Welcome back to Broads League Heroes. With double the heroes, it is on Snowy Mesa. Syncroll with his illustrious teammate Powwow. Spawning as the Blue Terran. And to the south, their opponents, Spybotics Guy and Peace Fan. Alright. It is a 2v2, meaning these players will have to work together. It's like co-op with opponents for those of you casuals out there. But it is a Protoss Zerg versus a Terran Zerg. Every race is represented on... this is the most interesting way I've ever seen a wall-off happen yet. Looks like Synchro gonna go down for that hatchery first. We do have the Overlords exchanging angry words in the middle of the map to start out, and a probe finds its way in. The depot was about to be built. No SCVs on the way, but he's got to kill this probe. He doesn't want to have any problems as time goes on. A hatchery on the other side as well. We've got the gas pool into hatch. The probe will get a bead on the fact that Synchro, he is going for a hatchery. But the pool was blocked. The Ursidon has to get out of the way. The Ursidon has only 10 HP, but is larger than any of the workers. You can't explain that. The Overlord saunters in. I don't know if saunters is the right word. Floats neutrally. Fortunately, there are no queens in production for Peace Fan. As he will just kind of ease his way through. The Overlord looks like it may make it out alive. This gateway is in a less than ideal location. It appears maybe there was a miscommunication when it came to the construction team as to where the gateway was supposed to be built, because now it is in the middle of the mineral line, blocking some of the mineral and gas mining. And it looks like the cyber core was built by the same company. I'm pretty sure these probes, once this gas mines out, will not be able to escape. These probes are stuck mining gas for eternity, as there is no way for them to escape out of the gas geyser. I mean, thankfully they're already the SCV has chased the probe all the way to the other side of the map. It knows no bounds. It's hunting him in the depths. It's behind enemy lines. He's going for first blood. Actually, I'm not sure that he gets the kill. But now what? The bloodlust took him all the way to the ends of the earth, to the other side of the mesa. And now he looks on at what he wrought, and it is good. And he looks upon the construction company that the Spybiotics Incorporated, do not hire them. This is why there are 2 seasons on this map, just like there are 2 seasons in Michigan when it comes to infrastructure. Of course, the 2 seasons are winter, as we can see here, and construction, which is bullshit, and nobody could get around. He just refuses. The stalker comes out. The rocks have been taken down on the other side, allowing them to breathe easier. On the other side, Powwow does not have an expansion. Spybiotics Guy does not know what Chrono Boost is, unfortunately. He is not a boosted player. But the rocks will be gazed upon longingly by Synchro, who is, of course, an aspiring geologist. I take it back. He's gonna take him down. The pings come out. Peace Van, with plenty of overlords to oversee. Unfortunately, Zerglings can't shoot over rocks. That's in the next patch. There are now... What happened here? There are now a total of 9 probes caught in a traffic jam. They're not even trying to mine the gas. He's just rallied the probes out there. Wait, Is that another? His rally point takes his... He's blocked the exit of his nexus, so every probe that's created goes... Ah, it's a disaster! Oh, a prison... He is quite literally an architect of a prison of his own design. Has 10 probes and they're still stuck. Thank you. He's trying to... he keeps rallying the probe. It's 12 probes. They're trying to escape. They can't get it. This is... Well, he built that wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be hurting his own economy. The Zerglings will chase. The enemies are... how many are in the concentration camp right now? He's got 12 probes stuck in there. Actually, 13. It depends on if you count the ones mining the gas. I don't think I do. We got +1 air attack on the way. Unfortunately, no air units for Spy Biotic. Another one. Another one. Oh, wait. I think the rally point finally works. I think there are too many. The probes now. There are so many probes in this area. We've reached maximum probe capacity. And they're no longer being rallied in because the probes are taking every bit of available space inside the corridor here. All right, they're like high schoolers right now. Nobody can pass by anymore. So more probes will be allowed to escape. Their sacrifice is not in vain. Yeah. These probes, I guess you could say, so many probes are caught inside a gas chamber. And it looks like more pylons around the edge. Muta's on the way. We haven't checked in with the northern team for a while. Liberators as well. A lot of air units. It does seem... Actually, the supply is a little bit ahead. It's 140 to 120 combined. As the Overlords are being taken out by the Mutalisks. Is there any... He's going for the +1 attack mothership, is Spy Biotics, and also researching charge. Unfortunately, he does not have any zealots, so the only thing that's going to charge is his Koprulu Sector credit card. As well as the fact that zealots are not the greatest anti-air units. But the mothership, if it could effectively cloak these bases, he may find himself all right. Synchro pauses a second for a breather and then dives into the mineral line, and the probes are immediately being eviscerated. The glaives ripping through. A few mutas taking a less than ideal path, but the spore crawlers do about an infinity. He's going for the nexus. He's going for the stalkers. The shield batteries are holding. They're holding. They're holding. They're still holding. The rocks are not safe. The shield batteries hold on. And the mutas are driven away for now. The liberators kill all the probes except the one he's trying to run. No! Oh no! The firewings, he's trying to run. He's trying to kill his own pylon. The mothership comes out and saves the probes! He scans! He's still killing them! He's trying to get out! He's desperate for freedom! They're rebelling against the system! Oh my... But the clutch mothership, just in time! And the probes will escape from the gas chamber! Oh... And then decide they like their prison anyways, and now die to mutas. But before they died, they tasted freedom. Well, they tasted a dangerous amount of freedom. In these quantities. Oh, the mothership comes out! 2 probes will be saved! He killed his own stalker! Why do you hate your stalker? As we have a lull in the action. The supply is about 150 to 180. We have Spy Biotics guy has a mothership and not much else. He has a grand total of 7 probes left over after the massacre, the genocide. The only Protoss on the map being persecuted here. He's trying to rebuild. Unfortunately, his mining is not as efficient as it could be. Synchro comes in again. Unfortunately, there's no probes to kill here. The Hydras come up, though. That's a lot of Zerg. 128 supply of Hydralis. The rocks are torn down. But on the other side, Powwow. We haven't seen much besides the Liberators out of him. There was a Warp Prism built. It exists. It's a thing. And he's phasing in. It's time to warp in 2 Zealots. And they do have charge. I think those may be the first Zealots in the entire game so far. And they do have charge. The mothership will bask all of the units in her warm, friendly cloaking field. But the mutas will come into the main, where the overlords are left somewhat undefended. The spore crawlers blasting the mutas out of the sky, but not before many overlords go down. Fortunately, Peace Fan has plenty of money in the bank at 2,500, 1,000. He just has to decide how to spend it. And Lurkers are on the docket. Alright, Synchro. More mutas. His army is 23 mutas and 44 lings. He really likes mutas. The spore crawlers are blasting away. Several mutas go down. He does have 1-1 upgrades. And this overlord gets gets a pass, gets a slap, and gets a death. As the mutas ever indecisive. A handful of Banes as 2-2, the double Spire plays. That's how you know. As the northern team, the red team, looking pretty good so far. Some tanks on the ground with +1 mech armor, the second best upgrade for tanks. And Overlord comes in, and Overlord does not request a round-trip ticket. But the mothership, a handful of phoenixes, a single phoenix, scouts forward. As we see, all 54 of Spy Biotics guys, APM. Being utilized. But the mutas come into the main again. The recall, here it comes. He does have vision. He's going for the Nexus. A few mutas will go down. He's still on the chase. The phoenixes will be taken out. Or will they not? Nobody quite knows. Yes. Yes, they will. But that's a lot of Hydras and Lurkers. They do have 2-2. There's only a few tanks. Ooh. And a handful of Thors in the front. Is it time for Peace Fan to drive across the map and plant his flag? There is a lot he has to deal with. 181 supply. It's a combined total of 290 against 230. We have weapon refit for the Yamato cannons on the way. Zealots are warped in. Spy Biotics guy gets his first real kills of the game. The mutas are scrambling back to deal with the prism they couldn't deal with before. All of the Thors and the Vikings as well. The drone count is only 48. Where did the War Prism go? It looks like it won't make it. Somewhat kind of close to taking down that hatchery. The mutas. They work their way in. They're waiting. They're waiting. They group up. There are no phoenixes. The mothership will be enough to drive them away. He can fight the stalkers if he decided to do so. The lurker count is quite high. Corruptor's not the best counter to mutalisks, but he wants more. If these mutas, if care is not taken to keep them in ideal positions for long enough, he can just lose them. The 2-2 Hydras will shred them. Those wings will be punctured and they'll get ripped out of the sky. And most of his army is mutas. So that is a vulnerability. More mutas on the way. The mothership gonna be targeted down by the Vikings. The Nexus by the Mutalisks. The Stalkers are still here, but for how long? He can just fight the Stalkers. Peace Van does not respond. The Vikings will drop down and continue to gut the base of Spy Biotics, who is still at 14 probes. 14 probes. But this means a lot of the army supply is on the other side of the map. Peace Van, in probably the most fortuitous time, has decided to attack. He has to go now, but that's several tanks. He's pushing forward. There are some roaches in the front to take the damage. The Corruptors will show up to the party. He decides not to press the issue. Is there detection for these Lurkers? There indeed is. The mutas are coming back. He pulls the Lurkers back. He still has money in the bank. What does he decide to spend it on? With 3-3 on the way. Peace Fan has 53 workers. He has money in the bank. I think the mutas could actually just win this game right now on their own. But he's not bold enough. He's not strong enough. And now with 16 more Hydras on the way, and the Brood Lords as well. There's still a chance. There's a dream. Spy Biotics has... He re-expands to his main base. The scarred husk of his main. The mutas come up. A couple get taken out for their troubles. 4 battlecruisers on the way. There's not much air-to-air here. The Vikings will rip through these Brood Lords if left unchecked. But Peace Fan is at 200 supply, and he's looking like he's geared up for another round.
Yes, yes, yes. Just as
Thank
I
you.
deserve.
Nice.
Now the Mutalisks are at 2-2. There is 3-3 almost done. Lurkers, I'm not sure if there are even enough Hydras to win this fight. It's 35 mutas against 32 Hydras. Okay, well, now it's even. The mutas taking possibly the worst fight they could possibly take. The Brood Lords are still alive. Peace Fan still has some money in the bank, but he's starting to quite literally run out of gas. Spy Biotics still... This is a one-man army, quite literally. Some Corruptors have been built. Corruptors not great against Hydras. That's a lot of Lurkers. In best case scenario, those Lurkers can get on top of everything. But getting close. Oh, he's getting, for the first time, adaptive talons. Drilling claws, digging claws. It says adaptive talons here, but digging claws here, with a different icon. Get your shit together, Blizz. But this allows the Lurkers to burrow almost 3 times as fast, increases their movement speed as well. So that quick burrow Lurkers, will it make the difference? We'll see. Definitely not the most cost-effective fight there. Ping's coming out. He wants him to fight. Badly. Spy Biotics is back up to 20. He's building 2 Phoenixes. Spy Biotics is back in the game. The Terran mech army is starting to move forward. The Brood Lords gonna match it. There are still tanks at the back. If he loses too many Hydras, the critical mass of Mutalisks, Anion Pulse Crystals, will Spy Biotics make the miraculous comeback and make the difference? He's been the underdog. The Brood Lord's starting to move forward. He's now in siege tank range. Ooh. The friendly fire kills Lurkers. And the unfriendly fire, well, just the fire as well. Adaptive Talons has completed. He's fighting the Mutalisks. The tanks, oh my god! So many Banelings will do very little against Lurkers. And somehow, Peace Man, what a roller coaster. Peace Man wins the fight. He kills all of the mutas and he kills all of the banelings. The phoenixes are here. The phoenixes are dead. Spy Biotics wants to participate, but somehow Peace Fan holds against all odds. And 100 supply. Everything. He doesn't have gas. Synchro. He had thousands of gas immune. DTs. No, zealots. He's warping zealot, but battle cruisers in the back. In Spy Biotics base, he can't catch a break. Two zealots show up to the party. Spy Biotics with, this is his entire army supply pretty much. At the same time, the mech army's moving forward into the lurkers. The Hydras will give chase. He doesn't care about his teammates' base. Those are 3-3 Hydralists. The tanks will evaporate. The Vikings are next on the menu, and all the Thors are gone. The Zealots will actually get damage done. Spy Biotics with a tactical backstab to counter the tactical jump. More Zealots are being warped in. It's just Zerglings essentially on the way here. And he's killed enough, he's brought him down to 33 workers, and he doesn't really have any gas money. There are more Zealots at the top. He's killing Spy Biotics. He's done nothing the entire game, but now he might be doing everything. Down to 27 workers. Synchro, who had a flock of death, a murder of mutas. He had 35 mutas at one point. Now can only build Zerglings, and you know a unit that isn't so great at killing lurkers? Anything that ends in ling. We got a game on our hands. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! One leg survives the genocide. Ah! So it appears lurkers are indeed 42 kills, 28 kills, 14 kills, 15 kills. So it appears Ling's not an incredible counter to lurkers. Spy Biotics is up to 16. He's back to 16 probes. He signals to retreat. He's long distance mining. And is re-expanding to his second base for the second or third time. But the lurkers burrow. Broodlords are on the way, but he drops the battle cruisers in, but is it in time? And do they have is that enough? He could take down the cruisers. The Broodlords show up to the party. The lurkers are pushing forward. Peace Van is driving forward, ripping through the siege tanks. The Hydras finish off the battle cruisers, and what is left to combat them? The turnaround. Peace Van with a tactical move. Spy Biotics, he was beat up the entire game. He trapped his own probes in, but he held on. He was the punching bag. And Peace Van is going into four-wheel drive. The planetary being taken down. The burrow lurkers rip through. There's next to no income left. And it's 138. He takes down the rocks. He cuts the red team, the northern team, off from it. Spy Biotics warps in one zealot. One zealot. He's participating. The planetary finishes it off. The lurkers show up. The planetary is gone. The warp prism. Peace Man is still. He's done it. 2 Broodlords are not enough. He takes down the next one. That's just not enough broods. There is one last base left to claim. And what looked like an inevitable victory for the northern team with battle cruisers, with mutas, with banelings, has been shredded by the Lurker 3 Zealot combo. And there is nothing, they're completely dry. There are 200 minerals here. He's mining barely from the top right corner. He has enough resources for Zerglings, but we've seen Zerglings versus Lurkers. Do they know about this base? I mean, there's only one other option. This top right corner. Spy Biotics at 26 probes. He's building a Dark Shrine and another War Prism. The hero we deserve, but not the hero we need right now. The Lurkers dig their faces into the ground. The base is gone. The money's gone. There's nothing left. He tries desperately. They're trapped within their own rocks at 25 minutes into the match. Synchro, he's not quite sure what to do. He's injecting his hatcheries. A battlecruiser jumps, and Spy Biotics just cannot catch a break. He's lost probably 3 digits of probes this game, as the battlecruiser will kill several more. It's right next to the Dark Shrine. The battlecruiser just he tries to warp in Stalkers, but they will be cancelled at the last second. At the only pylon he could have warped them in, where they would not actually warp in. The Hydras are coming back. Unfortunately, there is a big cliff, and they cannot jump up it. Maybe next time. The DTs come in. He scans. Yes, those are DTs. 76 Zerglings are the choice for Synchro. We got 2 Phoenixes on the way. 2 Phoenixes not gonna kill a battlecruiser. A single Hydra towards the corner. Peace Van knows he's done the work he needed to do. He's let his teammate lose so many units. Though still less than himself, but so many units. The Phoenix he's out-microing a battlecruiser. This is all he has to do right now, is out-micro a single battlecruiser with Phoenixes. He has Yamato Cannon. The battlecruiser is being tickled. It has +3 armor. It's getting hit for it's getting hit by like a strong breeze right now. It's gonna take approximately 5,000 attacks to kill this. I didn't do the math, but I think that's about right. We have 2 drones trying to escape. The refugee dropper lord. DT is coming in on the only fresh base. Spy Biotics finding an opportunity. And we're just waiting for the northern team to bleed out here. The Hydra will find another base. A drop to support the battlecruiser in the main. This will prompt the Hydras to come back and defend. The cruiser can jump. It does. But where once they had a massive economy, maxed out armies, incredible units, somehow the combined forces of the southern team, with money in the bank, we have the longest elevator ride for these Zerglings, as Synchro is counterattacking. He has 2-1 upgrades. Not incredible. And those are +3 drones, but the hatchery will be taken out. The Zergling's trying to escape, but the desperation. The last several minutes have been the red team in disbelief. Spy Biotics finally has an economy. He's got the most workers in the game right now. Nobody thought this would happen. But he has the most workers in the entire game. After all he's been through. We're just waiting for the red team to tap it out. They still can't really go up this ramp. I mean, well, with Blinding Cloud, another base goes down. With Blinding Cloud on the Vipers, it might finally be time to finish it. Okay. Yep, there goes one. Yeah. 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 Well. Yeah. 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 Synchro leaves the game. His counterpart is getting shredded. And against all odds, the blue team of Spybotic Sky and Peace Fan will win A well-earned and tenacious victory. Essentially the one-man army. Wow.